Hey guys, so one of the quantum computing companies that's starting to gain some more dominance is IonQ, and we're going to be going over it today. Hopefully, you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. So, IonQ is the ticker symbol, and this is a quantum computing company that's been growing significantly, really starting back here in September. If we just take a look at what it's been able to accomplish in a short amount of time, we went from here up to it's a 560% increase just about over the course of 3 months. And it went up to $48 a share from what was $7 a share. Now, from $48, it dropped back down, and we did some analysis on it about 2 weeks ago. These are drawings we put in about, or not even 2 weeks ago. It was about 2 weeks ago actually. And it dropped down and touched that moving upward support that we can take a look at here. This was yesterday, and so it first broke this level, the hyper bullish level, went down to here, bounced a little bit before continuing back down to touch this previous resistance and this rising support, which is actually one of the healthiest moves that I've seen in the quantum computing stock space recently. So there's three things I want to look at today, guys. First, we could say the market. The quantum computing market is growing exponentially, especially with the advent of AI and starting to move towards AGI. A lot of the demand of AI is going to come in the form of computing power, energy usage, and quantum computers and their efficiency is something that might play a key role in the growth of the AI boom here. So this company definitely has seen an increase. I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of these quantum computing companies really surge here into 2025 as it makes sense given where the market is. The market overall, I'd say the sentiment is good. A lot of companies, anything to do with processing, GPUs, QPUs, quantum processing units, or anything like that, are going to do fairly well as we're in this AI boom. Now, what we saw here was this bounce on this previous resistance, and that's indicating what could be a continuation upwards. Now, if it continues upwards from its current price, we'd see it making higher highs or to that previous high, which would be about a 14% increase. I'd say that the risk is there. You could see about a 10% downside if it goes back down to that support, which we did see this consolidation happen with a stock like Rigetti. You could look at Rigetti. We were playing these swings pretty aggressively, I'd say, that you could see between this level, this consolidation on the top. We ended up buying today right here as we started to see it push back up and it broke out, which is awesome. But again, kind of seeing that consolidation for what was about 5 days. And so when we take a look at IonQ here and we look at the pattern that's starting to form, you can see a little bit of this top level consolidation that's happening. It's not quite as pretty. It's a little bit less predictable, but you could see that it is holding between this. And if we're bullish, we see it push up to this $45 range before potentially pushing up. And so that's kind of the chart and how it looks. RSI MACD starting to cross over a little bit, definitely pushing against that 200-day moving average there that normally acts as a support or a resistance, as you could see here. And if it's going to break up, which just broke above the EMA, if it holds above that SMA as well, we could see some continuation upwards. So this is the great part about looking at quantum computing stocks, because not only can we look at the technicals, but the fundamentals and the financials are almost just as interesting, right? The fundamentals of what is IonQ. So we got IonQ news. We take a look here, and then we're also going to go IonQ. I want to take a look there. All right, so as you can see, there's a lot of hype articles. You see, obviously seeking alpha, sell the hype. You might thank me later. Trading down 3%. A rising star in quantum computing. We've seen it. The millionaire maker. Buy now. Guys, these are going to be all over the place, of course. But what can we find inside these articles that can potentially give us some real world value? See, IonQ and Oak Ridge Lab achieve an 85% quantum computing breakthrough with novel QITE algorithm. Okay, that sounds pretty nice. The rest of these articles are kind of hard to look at. Okay, IonQ ORNL launched new scalable quantum computing approach. So this QITE based quantum algorithm is something that I guess is fairly new. And it says the new method was used to lessen 2-qubit gates by over 85% for a 28-qubit problem. Okay, so basically what took 28 qubits to solve is either lessened by 2 qubits or only taking 2 qubits to solve. In other words, they found a way to make the computer more efficient. Great, I like that. Okay, so that's some of the news that you see there, but one of the things you want to look at is where they're being utilized. So we can actually go over here to Amazon AWS. IonQ is one of the quantum computers that can be accessed and utilized through the cloud. So a lot of big companies that are operating on AWS, you could look at one point Tesla, not anymore. At one point, well, definitely Netflix right now. You could look at even Robinhood operates on AWS. So a lot of big companies do. And just imagine how much data it is. A lot of the processing power that's needed to run most tech companies runs through the cloud through GPUs in data centers. But what we're seeing here is the advent of QPUs, what might be even more efficient than GPUs if certain breakthroughs continue to happen. And in that event, basically they're allowing IonQ is allowing for you to tap into the quantum computing through the cloud. And they've partnered with AWS in this instance. As you can see, they're available on AWS. There's only a select few number of quantum computing companies on AWS. You got Rigetti, you got IQM, IonQ, and then QEra. So these are all really the only ones that we see on AWS. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they're also on Microsoft. Let's see, is that true? Yeah, they are. So Microsoft Azure's their AI division, right, is also allowing you to access IonQ through the cloud. So something to consider is that when you have these bigger tech companies that are not only allowing their customers to access or that they're partnering with these quantum computing companies, but also that they're seeing firsthand how powerful some of these companies will be. And that's something that you could see that would trigger a buyout. So that's pretty cool. So those things paired with IonQ, it's kind of a similar story to Rigetti. I mean, it looks pretty good. I think that IonQ's financials were looking a tad bit better. Let's see what their financials look like. Oh no, yeah, not quite as good actually. They beat their revenue definitely in their earnings throughout the entire year. Their revenue was up 100% year over year, but their net income down 52 million. That being said, their market cap is much larger than other companies. So their market cap's 9 billion, whereas Rigetti I think is just around 5 billion. So or 3 or 4 billion. Let me just double check that, because Rigetti's the other big player here. Just want to see. So IonQ is 9.3 billion. Rigetti's 4.8 billion. Okay. So they are twice as big as Rigetti, but their financials are showing, well, about, I don't know, like literally 25 times more negative net income. More or less, yeah, less income, 25%, 25 times less income, which is a little concerning. Net profit margin negative 423%. So financials definitely not looking pretty. Okay, their revenue is increasing, which is nice, but that EPS, I mean, they're missing that by double-digit percentages, sometimes triple-digit percentages, which is not the prettiest. However, again, it's not to say that you wouldn't want to diversify or at least take a look deeper into the company, especially as that earnings could change extremely fast. I mean, if one quantum computer costs, I don't know, 5 million, I don't even know how much they cost. We need to know. But let's just think about the actual value if they get as good as people are expecting quantum computers to get, how that revenue could change so quickly, and how 50 million, well, it's really not all that much when you look at the big tech or even a market cap of $1 billion, that's 52 million is not all that negative when you think of billions of dollars in market cap. So, just it's not the prettiest financials. The news looks good. I like to see that they're being integrated with some of the biggest tech. And we'll just have to see what happens with some of that news, see if there's more key partnerships that come about. And I don't know that there was any big catalysts that I saw on IonQ. We could see their investor relations on the website here. So technicals looked okay, a little bit overextended. And as we see investor relations, we get into quantum computing, why IonQ. Let's see what they got for the news that the company is presenting. So this was just on like Tuesday or Monday, the Oak Ridge National Laboratory. So they had that breakthrough for more efficiency. New York Stock Exchange showcases IonQ technology and first ever recognition of a quantum company. That's quite interesting. Continued momentum in Silicon Valley. Okay, I believe they were offering shares. Highlight recent quantum innovations in live webinar. Okay. There's some partnerships happening with NKT Photonics. Outside of the AWS and the Microsoft access, I didn't see any massive ones. We saw University of Maryland and IonQ sign a $9 million contract. We saw first trapped ion quantum system to surpass 99% fidelity on barium. Industry breakthroughs. They're definitely innovating. They're continuing to innovate, and that's something you like to see. So those things look quite promising, to see that they're continuing to innovate. And that's really what you can ask for a quantum computer company in the early stages that we're seeing them right now. So with that being said, looking at the chart and seeing how it looks right now, I would say it's a little bit, it just bounced right here. So we could see it break up here. I'd probably look for a dip at market open, and we'll see if that opportunity comes about. And hopefully we could see a dip here on Friday at market open. Potentially could be looking to make an entry. That's how we've been making a lot of our profits the past few weeks. And if you guys want to watch me trade live, you want to surround yourself with other traders and investors, we have our next live trading session, market open tomorrow. And looks like we had some really great stuff come out in our StockMate recently. You guys should go check out this book. It's about 63 pages, and it goes over a lot of mindset. There's about 10 chapters of profitable mindset, ordinary versus profitable, emotional IQ, how to set a trading plan, and how to learn and grow as an investor in today's world. And I think you guys would get a ton of value out of it. If you want to get access to it, it's free, along with a new t-shirt that we just launched inside of our StockMate apparel store that you get for free as well when you sign up to StockMate. That second link down below with our New Year's sale. And also, if AMD, with our current sale, if AMD hits 160 by March 20th, then you get StockMate for free with our current sale if you get within our time frame. Restrictions apply. Make sure to check the website. See you guys in the next video. Take care. If I earned your thumbs up, hit that like button. Do consider subscribing, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.